Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to kit up what is my first project for 2025, and that is my literate dragon. If you follow the channel, and if you don't, hit that subscribe button down below. But if you follow the channel, you know that this is one of my goals for 2025, and that is to complete the 4 Spanglers that I have left in my stash. So I'm going to be kitting this one up in preparation for it being my first kit of 2025. I still have my gingerbread lighthouse to finish and my Batman if I get to that, so we'll see what happens. But for now, I'm going to kit this one up. So I'm going to use my Elizabeth Ward tray. So I've got my Elizabeth Ward funnel. This is from Sasha's 3D Printing on Facebook. If you're interested in getting one for yourself, you just go find that group, hit her up in a DM, and she will get back to you. So I have a lot of drills in this kit. I've got 52 colors. I have decided to separate them this time by size. So I have 310 that I have 3 bags of, so that's going to go in this big container. And then I have lots of colors that I have 2 bags of, so those are going to go in these size. I've got some that are pretty full. Those are going to go in this size. And then I've got the ones that don't have very many drills at all that will go in the tiniest size. So I'm just going to jump in and get started here. So this is one of the oldest kits in my stash. So I'm kind of curious to see. I'm happy to see so far there's not a lot of static. I wondered with it being kind of old whether there would be, just because it sits around for quite a while. There is a definite odor to these drills. All right, so oops, I forgot to put the sticker on. Let me put my sticker on here. So these are 310 drills, so that one is done. And then I have all of these that I have 2 colors of. So they're not in any particular order, so I'm just going to grab stickers here and put the stickers on. All right, I've got all my stickers on here, so I'm going to start putting these in containers. Like I said, each one of these has 2 bags for each color. So we'll see if I can get them all in here. Oh no. Okay. Phew, I was afraid they weren't all going to fit. So they're pretty full, but they're all in there. Okay, then 321. This kit only came with 2 ABs, and there are not very many of them. So I think I'm going to go, oops, I spilled some here, didn't I? So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be going back through all of my extra ABs and seeing if I can add any additional ABs into this one. I wonder if they're all going to be this full. I mean, I'm okay if they are because that means I'm filling them up nicely. But I'm also wondering if a couple of these are going to be too big. Hopefully they will be just the perfect amount. And then I can have everything kitted up nicely. And I think I pulled out the right number of containers without pulling out too many. I'll have a couple of extras, but not a huge amount of leftovers. So when I go to put everything away, it won't take me as long as it usually does. All right, 823. I'm spilling everything today. I hope everyone who celebrated had a very Merry Christmas. It seems a bit surreal to me, just because we're in a different place. I didn't have a tree up. We did go to my in-laws for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and I got to video chat with my family, which was kind of difficult. The internet at my mother-in-law's house did not want to cooperate and the call kept dropping, so that was a bit of a bummer. But once we got back to our rental, I told everyone that I would call them back and talk to them when I had a little bit better internet. So I got to talk to my daughter on Christmas Eve and call her again on Christmas Day. And I got to talk to my sister on Christmas Day as well. It was nice to talk to everybody again. I think that after talking to her, I'm going to see if she wants to set up like a routine call that we, like every 2 weeks or something, we call each other. That way we can just kind of check in with each other on a regular basis. Unfortunately, my brother was sick over the holidays. There must be something going around. I think I told you guys my daughter got sick as soon as she went on vacation. My sister had been sick before that, and then my brother and his wife were not feeling super well by the end of everything. All right, so I did those smallest. I think I'm ready for these. Let me get the stickers on these. All right, I've got all the stickers on there. So let's see if I can get all these in here without too much static, and hoping they all fit. Lots of different colors in this one. And ooh, again, some of these are a bit odoriferous. Probably just because it's an old kit and they've all been sitting here forever. I think I bought this kit back in 2021. So yeah, it's been sitting around a while. When I opened this one, I thought this was one that I remembered there being an issue with it. There was something wrong in the charting or whatever. But when I mentioned that, I had a bunch of you telling me in the comments that that kit was actually the Couch Dragon that had issues, which I also had at one point. That one I gave away to somebody. So hopefully whoever got it had figured out whatever the issues were, because I didn't remember that being the one with issues. I thought it was this one. And I remember thinking at the time, oh, that doesn't sound like such a big deal. I'll figure it out. But without seeing it now, since I don't have that kit anymore, yeah, hopefully whoever it was figured it out. I think at one time I had 11 Spanglers. Several of them I have completed, including my biggest one, which was the, I think it was called Firefly Firelight or something like that. It was one of those really big long ones. So it was taller than me, but I finished it and I really enjoyed that one. Oh no, please all fit in there. Okay, I think they are all gonna fit. Woo! That was close. Wasn't sure those were all gonna fit. Okay, and then after this size of container, I just have, we have three more after this one in this size of container, and then everything else is going to be in the smallest size. So fingers crossed, one, that I have enough of the right size containers for everything, and two, that I can get them all to fit in my tray, because I really like for everything when I'm using my Elizabeth board to all be in one tray. And I like it to fit nicely, just have the one layer. My gingerbread lighthouse, I forgot about my other small trays that I had, so I didn't think about using them in the gingerbread lighthouse. And I have one last one of this size, and I think I'm going to put this AB in it, because I don't think it's going to fit in one of the very small ones. Ooh, I said this had 2 ABs. I lied, it has 3. I've got this white, but then there is also a blue and a pink. Okay, so that one needed to go in that size. Okay, everything else is going to go in this smallest sized container. So let me get the stickers on. And I probably will have to go hunt up some more of this small size container, because I don't think I'm going to have enough for the rest of all of these, but I do think they're all going to fit in one Elizabeth Ward tray, so that's good. All right, so I've got all the stickers on there. Let me start emptying them in there. See, there's not, that's the second AB, and there's hardly any of those at all. This blue one, there's quite a bit more, but I am going to go through and see if I have any additional ABs I can add. Ooh, that one just barely fit in there. All right, some of these have a little bit more than others, so we'll see if I can get them all to fit. I forgot to bring my trash can over here, so I'm just getting a whole pile of trash over here, which is fine. It'll all get emptied eventually. Speaking of trash, we're still getting used to how things work here. I think I mentioned in one of the whip-in chats, they only pick up trash every other week. And on the weeks they don't pick up trash, they pick up recycling, which is different than home in the States. They picked up recycling every 2 weeks, so that's not different. But they did pick up trash every week. However, trash day is on a Wednesday normally here. And since it was going to be Christmas, they picked up the trash a couple days early. Our landlord very kindly provided a calendar so that we knew the pickup was going to be early. Otherwise, we probably would have missed it. And when we were coming home from my in-laws on Tuesday night, there were people putting their trash out. My husband and I were like, oops, they missed it. Okay, I've got some of these bigger ones. I'm gonna hope they fit in the smallest size. If not, I can always go get some more of the largest size containers, or larger size, the larger size than this one. But this is my last two, so I'm definitely gonna have to go scrounge up a few more, which is fine. I knew I was going to have to, but let's just see if I can get all these in here first. Then we'll see how many I have left and if I can fit them all into one Elizabeth Ward tray like I want to. It's going to be close, I think. But knock on wood, none of these have been staticky so far, so that's awesome. Like I said, for as old as they are, sometimes, I mean, these have all been stored in my house since I bought them, or stored indoors, except when we were making our trip up here. But you never know, especially during the winter, which it is here. Because you're heating the house, it can be more staticky sometimes. So I'm grateful to not have had more static than I have. This one is a bit staticky, I think. Just a bit. That's only 3. That's not huge. All right, let me go grab some more of the smallest ones. Okay, I've got stickers on all of these. Once I get through all of these, I can't tell you how grateful I am that these seem to not have any static. It just makes everything seem twice as long and twice as tedious when you're kitting up. To have to stop and go through everything and spray the static spray, even though it works like a charm, it's just tedious to have to mess with it. So glad that I'm not having to, at least so far. Knock on wood, because I probably just jinxed myself. Ooh, there's hardly any of those color at all. All right, my pile of trash is starting to overflow. But I'm kind of in the flow now, so I don't want to stop what I'm doing to go throw everything away, even if it's kind of in my way at the moment. But I'm excited to get this one done so that I can get my gingerbread diamond painting back on my table. Unfortunately, because of the limited space here, I used to have a separate filming area and a separate work area with my adjustable table here, because my adjustable table is typically what I would leave my diamond painting project on. And then I had a separate table that I was filming on, which we did not bring with us, which is fine. But that means every time I want to film something, I have to clear off the table so I can film on it, which gets to be kind of tedious, but just have to deal with it, right? Don't think I'm going to get all of these to lay flat in the tray like I wanted, which is kind of a bummer, but that's life, right? Just going to be one short of making it lay flat, so I can't complain about that too much, especially since I had so many colors that there were multiple bags of. All right, last color. And it's just slightly too big to fit where I want. Okay, I'm going to, as usual, cut off the extra stickers here because I don't use them. I could save them, but my husband actually got a new cutting machine. That was his Christmas gift, so we can start making our own stickers once I buy some sticker paper. So then I will slip this underneath here so that I know what kit these drills are for. Let me move everything and I'll show you the tray. So I do have one little container left over that doesn't quite fit in the tray. I wish it would fit in one of these, but it just doesn't. So, but it's just one, so I'll deal with that. I'm also probably going to have a couple of bags of ABs. In fact, Marla, a huge thank you, sent me a couple of packages of fairy dust drills. I don't think any of these colors are in this particular kit, but I definitely will be using them somewhere. But I'm going to go through all of my leftovers and see what I've got. I have less ABs in squares than I do in rounds because I bought a lot of ABs for my 2 Josephine walls. So I have a lot in rounds because those were both rounds, but I do save any ABs that I have left over in my squares. So I will go through and see if I have any of those. I think I have some green maybe here, and I think I have some 814 in squares, but I could be misremembering. Those could be rounds. So I'll go through my binder with all my ABs and I will add those in so that when January 1st rolls around, I can start working on this kit and start working towards my goals for 2025. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.